You know, how would you price this if like you had a bunch of work already lined up? And you know, I'd be really curious with some of those big businesses, like what would they charge? You really think I have a pencil neck? What's going on, guys? Figured I would show y'all what we're doing at this Dollar General. We had a job of like $20 Generals all throughout Jacksonville a little while ago, and it was right after a storm, and everything was very stinky, very smelly, because the storm knocked out the power and all their food started rotting. So these carts are not doing very good when I try to scoot them out of the way. Let's see how stinky this is. So this is what we're dealing with here, and this seems to be significantly more than I thought it was going to be. Wow. Yeah, they've added a lot to this. So I'm gonna need to call the guy back and let him know this is probably more like at least a half load of stuff.
That looks like 3/4.
Yeah, this really stinks. So let me call this guy back. All right, so I thought it was only gonna be like a quarter to a half load, but we updated it to $400 for all of this. I may regret only charging $400, but it's good business, and we'll make plenty of money that way.
Yeah, but like putting this stuff in neatly, do that.
No. Got a bunch of kitty litter, some wires. That's probably good, but you know, it's a lot of it's cardboard.
This stuff could smell.
Huh?
This stuff could smell a lot worse. So
That's true. That's very true. So we'll see if he's able to.
We're being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely giving him a good deal. It's one of the hardest things about junk removal is consistently underpricing stuff because you're afraid you're not gonna get the job. Yeah.
I think we should pass this.
Well, we need to like talk to each other more, or at least I needed to consult you this last time probably. I just psyched myself out. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and close the doors. Pencil neck.
I had to get you an extra harsh one because,
Oh man, you really think I have a pencil neck?
Nope.
I don't know, dude.
Sometimes you just gotta let them fly.
You know, I don't know, man. Usually when people hurl insults, there's at least, even if it's joking, there's usually at least a little bit of truth. So, all right, guys, down in the comment section, I need y'all to tell me, do I have a pencil neck? Is Jake, did he cross the line with that insult? Let me know in the comments below. You know, I've kind of thought about it. It's kind of funny that like now it's kind of almost like we have hundreds of people watching us, you know?
Yeah.
Just in retrospect. So everything you're doing right now, you're going to be judged for retroactively. It's worse back there, huh?
There's so much.
Oh, what the heck did somebody throw in this one? Yeah. I throw a bunch of like mushy crap over here. Oh, dang. Holy crap, this thing's heavy. I don't know. I feel like my shovel might break. Yeah, oh gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Look at you.
Dude, I really couldn't. The bag was falling apart. Dude, I'm so impressed with myself. Title of this video can be, "We underpriced the crap out of this disgusting job."
Make it like the fatal mistake is killing my business.
Yeah. And it'll just be like me crying in the thumbnail.
You could definitely be able to talk about it for a decent chunk of the video about struggles with pricing it.
Yeah.
Because it really is one of the hardest parts of junk removal is finding the balance.
Yeah. Well, I think so much of the importance when pricing jobs is to like have a mindset of abundance. Like, you know, how would you price this if like you had a bunch of work already lined up?
Yeah.
Because like particularly for customers like these guys, like I want so badly to keep the business coming that I just psych myself out. Like I look at this and I'm like, you know, what's a way that I could like convince them that I'm still worth it and everything.
Oh, and I remember like that with the $1 stuff the first time around.
Yeah.
And then we got so sick of it, we were just like, $2,000.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, well, I mean, they were really in such a bind that like they just weren't really in a position to where they could cancel on us. And you know, I'd be really curious with some of those big businesses, like what would they charge? You know, like if you called 1-800-GOT-JUNK and told them to do this, like what would they charge, I wonder? Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Load price is more expensive anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So, you know, it'll get to a point at some point where I increase my prices, I'm sure. That's honestly probably
At some point.
Huh?
It'll get to a point at some point.
I just don't know what that point is. But there is a point.
Is this just about all of it once we get this file here?
Yeah.
Seems like it's at least close.
Alright guys, pretty much a full trailer. We negotiated him to $450, so we at least didn't underestimate it that badly. It is almost a full trailer, and it was just a really nasty job, so should have charged a lot more. But that's just kind of the way that it goes with junk removal. If you guys have really horribly underbid a job before, and this wasn't even that bad, but I've done some really bad underbidding before, particularly when I was first starting out. So if you have experiences with that, let me know in the comments down below. Please leave a like on this video. It helps these videos to get out to more people, and subscribe to follow on my junk removal journey. We will see you guys in the next video.